Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video on the Chinese version. As you know, I like to bring up buffs and things that units get, and Onion Knight got so many buffs actually that I think he's just a completely different unit. And I know that's hard to believe, to make a completely different unit, but it's true. So 5 lights, 25% more accuracy, not a big deal, but it's still pretty decent. Pre-cooking is now 4-turn cooldown, and it lasts for 4 turns, so now it's basically uptime is chef kiss, because it's 4 turns uptime, 4 turns downtime, so it's perfect. That's how that should go. That's definitely how that should go. Equip Onion Armor is now a 3-turn cooldown instead of 7, and it's available on turn 1. And it's 50% general mitigation for all allies, except for it was for himself only, but now it's for everybody. This helps him make him way more utility based instead of just being some random thing that they just put together. And you're going to see a lot of other things that got changed. So I would say the Onion Armor is definitely very amazing, actually. 50% general mitigation, just like that. It's pretty awesome. Still in his base form, he also gets that 100% element resistances for 4 turns. So instead of 80, now 100. I would say this is pretty good already. He's like more like a support DPS, but we're not at the good part yet. So Chocobo's Wrath is now 16 uses per battle. I just don't know if you would use this, but the modifiers are a lot higher. It went from 128 to 140 times for the attack part, and from 32 to 40 times on the magic part. And of course, this still is a 3 times stack, like it shows it 3 times. So I don't know if you would use that, but it's a lot stronger now. And his base level first is now 100% accurate physical accuracy for all allies instead of 50%. That's a huge change. If accuracy is ever needed for anything besides the Omega Trial, that's a huge change. So basically with that, you would not even need to really bring a TDH unit anymore, because you have 100% physical accuracy. That's pretty good. But that's not even the best part. Here we got the best part. Doga Spirit added Quadcast. I know that, right? That's pretty crazy. I think so. So his Quadcast selections include True Onion Chop, Onion Sword, and Shuriken. Shuriken is the one probably you would use the most because it has the highest modifier. But I think giving him quad, I don't think there's not very many DPS that have Quadcast that are like just physical based. I know Lastful has permanent Quadcast, but like it's not really the same thing. Like this guy's mostly a physical damage dealer, so there really isn't anyone that has just Quadcast. I think that's insane. He also has to keep up with the Quadcast. He gets 10% MP refresh and also 30% more MP, so 100% from 70. You obviously would. I'm glad the Chinese version's like overseeing everything that the other versions missed. Like, yes, he has Quadcast, but now he's gonna have to use a lot of MP. Nope. Good guy CN over here making up for that and giving him a lot more MP. Now that might seem like, oh, that's not a big deal. It will be a big deal when it's like turn 8 and you're spamming a lot of spells and abilities and stuff, and you're like, oh man, what am I gonna do? 10% MP refresh. And also way more MP. His MP is gonna be really high now. 30% MP increase is pretty good, I would say. Not insane, but it's pretty good. He also gets 200% insect and physical, insect and human killer, both physical. 200%, that's pretty high. So basically all you would have to do is just equip Diabolos and he has 300% human killer. I'm pretty sure. And if not, you would just equip a little bit more, but all you would have to do is equip something else for, Espers really would cover most of that. For 200% is insane, I think. I think that's pretty crazy. In his Rage Shift form, his level up ability is now available on turn 1 instead of 2. And here's the big part. Shuriken is now 16 uses instead of 6. And it's 4 selection on multicast instead of unique, which is a way bigger deal. So unique selection would have just been like random, I think, and now it's not so random anymore. And the Ragnarok Masame is now 85% break to one enemy, and his Lone Burst is now 86% break. Now, for new players that are watching this, I don't know why you would, maybe you would watching this as a new player. If you are, the difference between 85 and 86% break is pretty big. You might not think it because it's only 1% off, but like the way that breaks work in this game, 86% break is insanely better than 85. I'm trying to explain it in an easy way. Like 85% break is like one truck. 86% is like one truck with stuff in the back of the truck. Basically, I don't know how that's like the easiest way I can explain it. It's much better. So he can now be he was already a decent breaker, but now he's actually way better as a breaker. I think that's pretty crazy. I think it's pretty great. Tamar is now, obviously they would have fixed this. 50% physical, magical, and dead killer, pretty good. And his STMR got a huge upgrade of 198 attack, 52 defense, and 52 spirit. I wish it did a little bit more than that. I wish it did something special, because all it does is just give elemental resistance, but that's a lot more attack. So that's pretty good. And his vision card is now not so bad, because it's no longer locked to Final Fantasy 3 at the last one. So if you really wanted to equip this, you could now at anyone. So all levels, 10 went from 10 to 15% elemental resistances for whatever it has. That's pretty huge. Still not gonna be a really good vision card, but it's a lot better now because now anyone can use it instead of just locked to Final Fantasy 3 at that level 10. So this guy got gigantically changed. I think this is like one of the top buffs that they've ever done. There's been a lot of changes and a lot of unit changes, but this one is he's dynamically different than he was on the other version. He's a top tier breaker. He can be a top tier support in his own way. Still has that accuracy gimmick, which it is what it is, and he can be a super strong damage dealer. Wow, he still has that weakness though of not having any imbues. So you'd have to figure out a way of doing that. But I'd still say he's way better now. I think this is definitely top-notch buffing from the CN version. CN version Master Race, yet again, coming in with a very good buff. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I hope to see your comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.